baby. That's how you go live on YouTube. That's Good Broncos podcast. We're live, Will. We're 2-0.
We're here.
Will. We're on YouTube. We're in your ears and the podcasts. This is a football show. Tonight, we are recapping the Broncos' glorious victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars, 23-13. I feel good. I'm not going to let anybody shat on my parade. I don't care the level of competition. Teddy Bridgewater is a god, and we're going to ride that train until we don't have to, and we get at least another week, I think, with the Jets coming up. Today's episode brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Boom. Use code DNVR when you sign up at DraftKings. Code DNVR to take advantage of all of the offers DraftKings has to offer. Sadly, Tyrod Taylor got hurt today, but my chances of the Texans beating the Browns and me winning $2,000 were real. They were real for a while.
It looked good for a second. It looked really good. And then I think we all got the sense that Davis Mills was probably not going to pull that one off. It looked okay, but, Tyrod looked excellent. I kind of put Tyrod and Teddy into the same category. In that
racist.
A, because I'm racist. B, they wear number 5. They just look alike. They look kind of, and stylistically.
They play a very similar style of football. That is for sure.
Yeah, and they're both having really, really great starts to the season. Teddy having a better start in that he has, not injured himself yet.
And he's winning. I like 2-0.
Yeah, he's 2-0. Tyrod not working with quite as much there in Houston, but I like what I'm seeing out of both guys.
Yeah, me too. Really like what I'm seeing out of Teddy. We're gonna get into this Broncos recap. Broncos 17-0. Super chat $20. Super sticker. Thank you. That is a big donation, my friend. All right, I'm gonna pull this up. Ooh, we got a little stats, a little box score. Oh, where's my sometimes boom, bench warmer brew overlay. All right, Teddy. Okay. Like I said, Broncos win this one 23-13. We all watched the game. I'm assuming everybody here watched the game. Will and I will talk about some things we liked from the Broncos and maybe what they need to work on moving forward. First thing they don't need to work on is the quarterback play. Haven't said that for a long time. Because Teddy was good. This is 300 plus passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 125.6 QB rating. Back-to-back weeks, he's over 100 with his QB rating. I don't know the last time that's happened, but it feels good. It felt like the game was never going to slip away from the Broncos because of Teddy. That's like my takeaway with Teddy.
Yeah, I think, and you gotta like look at those numbers too, in the context of this game where he had his starting right guard was out. I don't think they pass protected particularly well for him.
No.
And he got out of trouble a few times. He did get sacked a few times. I don't think that it's hard to find one that was really particularly his fault.
Yeah.
He spread the ball out. He got the ball to 9 different receivers and still managed to get 9 catches out of Courtland Sutton too. So he only threw 8 incomplete passes. He's thrown 4 touchdowns without turning the ball over once. The offense has only turned the ball over once. And it was pretty, it was questionable whether or not Okwebanam was even in bounds or not. And he did it really like without much of a running game until Javonte Williams got going there in the second half.
Yeah. I'll say this about Javonte Williams. He turned a lot of runs that should have been losses into small gains.
Yes.
Not going to show up on the stat sheet, but he's a lot better than what his stat line looks like today. And 4.9 yards average per carry. Like, you're not going to look at the box score and think that's bad, but I was really impressed with the way he ran the ball. And if there's something I'm a little concerned about, it is the Broncos offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
they're not doing well run blocking, opening up nice running lanes for the running backs. And today they struggled in pass pro a little bit. That's not an exaggeration. But Teddy, man, he is so good in the pocket. He knows when to step in to navigate, and he knows when to spin out and roll right or left to extend plays. Like, it's just, you're seeing him do like all of the right things. And it's only 2 games. It is the Jags. They're not great, but man, give him another week to get warmed up with this offense before they play like a good opponent. And like, if he's throwing high 290s and 2 touchdowns, 0 picks,
yeah,
team's going to have a chance to win every single week.
Yeah, you're totally right. And another thing that I saw is, I might be wrong because I haven't looked at every single drop back again. It felt like he made the right decision every single play.
Yeah.
Like
he definitely did.
Not only did he not throw an interception, I don't think he put the ball in harm's way once. Like the closest they got was, that 17-yard sack, which is kind of a disaster. Like Josh Allen almost got the ball free, but he didn't. And when he threw the ball, it was either a completion 26 times, or it was a ball that only the receiver could make a play on. I think the one throw I didn't like from him today was one where he actually hit a receiver in the hands to KJ Hamler, because he kind of gave him a hospital ball there. But
yeah,
that was one throw.
Hamler, right?
We'll forgive it.
Yeah. It was that high pass kind of by the sideline to Hamler.
Yes.
Where Hamler had to jump to get it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and people on Twitter are like, yeah, it's a drop. I don't think that was a drop.
No, it would have been like, it would have been an incredible catch.
That?
Yeah, it would have been a really tough catch.
I don't know. I think people are we saw it with the Darius Slayton play for the Giants. Like,
oh yeah,
people are very anti-wide receiver on these 50-50 plays.
Yeah, I rewatched that Darius Slayton play like 20 times.
Yeah, that was an
trying to see, like, the more I watched it, the more I felt like Slayton dropped it. But when I watched it live, I instantly felt like Daniel Jones overthrew that ball.
Like, I think your first instinct is usually the best one on those things. I think
so. Like, when I rewatched it, it didn't look like Slayton had to run as fast as I thought he did to get there.
Yeah.
But the photographic evidence shows it, was at his fingertips. And you're basically, at that point, you're waiting for the ball to either bounce off your fingertips towards you or away from you. And the ball went away from him, so he couldn't grab it. Like, if it touches your hands, it's a catch in the NFL. Like that guy on Twitter, not a big fan of.
And remember, after we're getting off track, but that's okay. Super Bowl 46, Giants Patriots, that third down throw from Brady to Welker, and the big debate at the time was, what is this, a bad throw or a drop? And now, like, that play, like, revisionist history has decided that that was definitely a drop by Welker. Brady could never throw a bad pass in the Super Bowl like that. Come on.
Dude, Brady threw a 1-yard touchdown pass to Mike Evans today.
Yeah.
And I swear to Christ, the amount of love Brady was getting for that, it was just like, oh my God, Brady does it again. I was like, the only people who didn't know he was going to Mike Evans there were the Falcons defense.
The vaunted Falcons defense.
And Brady, I don't even think Brady threw it to Evans. I think he just looks to the side and throws it and knows Evans is going to find the ball. Anyway, like, you got to be a confident quarterback to do that in that situation. And Brady had other nice plays, but like, for a 1-yard touchdown pass, let's stop the stroking, because it is hard. It is. I mean,
that's what we did to Jameis last week, and now we're paying the price. It turns out those 1-yard touchdowns.
Yeah, I got overrated. I got the right take on Jameis like Tuesday after I had time to actually digest like the Saints highlights. And I was like, oh fuck, he didn't do that much.
Yeah. We got vintage Jameis today.
But we picked the Panthers to beat the Saints, right? In our pick'em.
I think maybe.
I'm pretty sure we did.
We make those picks, and then I forget that they happened. Patrick Mahomes almost threw an interception. Story of my life.
Dick Cheese 2011. You are partially correct. I haven't slept for a year, basically. So that's just my look now. Also, I was able to hammer out 30 minutes on my bike in between games and getting the baby bathed. So that's why I look like this. All right. Back to the Broncos. Back to the Broncos. We are going off on a tangent.
Yeah, we're serious.
I said we're going to keep this tight. We're going to keep this tight, and damn it, I already screwed that up. Thank you guys for joining us live already. Yeah, I appreciate that. We're watching the Ravens and Chiefs right now. The Ravens are really just they're killing themselves with mistakes.
Stop throwing it to Tyrann Mathieu, please.
Yeah. It's like Tyrann Mathieu didn't play last week, so there was no way the Ravens could game plan for him. It was literally impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you can't possibly.
Wait, who's this guy showing up on film now? All right, Trevor Lawrence. Here's what's weird, and I don't know how I feel about Trevor Lawrence right now because, look, the Broncos held him to 118 yards. He's 14 to 33. Stat line looks horrific. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, he made a few bad throws like you expect with a rookie, but this game was close in the first half, and I thought he was playing like a pretty decent football game in that first half. Also, the Broncos just weren't. Well, they were getting fucked by the refs a lot, if I'm being honest. The first Jag scoring drive aided by a pass interference call on Kyle Fuller. And then, Lawrence threw a really nice ball to Marvin Jones in the end zone. Every time Lawrence threw to Marvin Jones, it was a nice ball. I felt like every time he threw to somebody else, it was either a little off target or he was just throwing the ball away. Lawrence had to throw a lot of balls away. So I think he's going to be good if they can put a team around him. Otherwise, he's going to be good like in 4 years when another team trades for him.
That's such a big if. If the Jaguars put a good team around him. I'll give him this caveat. I think I like Trevor Lawrence. He probably could have thrown 4 interceptions today. But he's aggressive. He's aggressive. He's got a good arm. I think he doesn't get like too up or down. And I think some of the throws that he makes are really impressive, and there's a lot to build on. However, pretty inaccurate right now.
It ain't happening with the Jags.
It's not
going to happen there.
It's not happening. It could happen with the Jags. I don't think it's happening with Urban Meyer.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's not happening with these Jags.
Yeah. Okay. Broncos run defense. That is legit. 2 weeks in a row. They smother opponents. And then you're forcing Trevor Lawrence to probably throw more than he wants in this game. So 2 things I'm very confident about. Teddy Bridgewater. I don't care the level of competition. Unless they play like an elite pass rush and our offensive line gets exposed a little bit, that worries me. But I feel good about Bridgewater. I feel good about teams not being able to run the ball very effectively against the Broncos.
I'm with you.
I'm worried about the Broncos' edge rush, though. I'm worried about their ability to get consistent pressure on QBs.
I'm worried about one of the edges for sure.
The one where Bradley Chubb is not playing at anymore because he's hurt again.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, it didn't make a difference when Chubb left. I don't feel like. It feels like Von Miller's been excellent to start the season.
Yeah.
And there have been no contributions so far from Chubb or Malik Reed. And Von not just, again, like for the second week in a row. 2 sacks last week, another sack this week, and great in the run game too. The Broncos were pretty bad against the run last year. Yeah, you know why? Because they didn't have Von Miller. And people kind of count that out, and they blame the linebackers. Von Miller's incredible at reading the run. He gets a ton of TFLs. He was great today. And I don't know, like I don't think you can count on Bradley Chubb at this point. And you can argue that you should have held him out until he was fully healthy. But what is fully healthy for Bradley Chubb? So it was the same ankle.
The surgery ankle or the one that was keeping him out from last week?
That's a good question.
Because he's got basically 2 bad ankles at this point.
Yeah, I think they're just both bad ankles. And but the point is, like, you got to play your guys eventually. Like, I don't like the idea of resting people in the NFL like you're playing, Idaho State. It's the Jags, but the Jags look like they're ready to win this week after the first quarter.
Should the Broncos trade Bradley Chubb for TJ Watt straight up?
I think I'd sign off on that deal.
Yeah, I would sign off on that.
I think I'd pull the trig right there.
Should the Broncos trade Bradley Chubb for Nick Bosa?
Why don't a 3-way trade where the Broncos end up with TJ Watt and Nick Bosa?
Oh, yeah, I like that trade the best.
We'll throw in Baron Browning. I like Baron Browning, but, I'm willing to make a sacrifice.
They should have grabbed like Yannick Ngakoue or, Matthew Judon, somebody, because the funny thing now is like Bradley Chubb is corner. Bradley Chubb was in all those Aaron Rodgers like trade packages, and Broncos fans were like, "No, you can't get rid of Chubb." I think you can. I think you keep Von Miller for a couple more years, and you got to figure out at least at this point how you're going to upgrade that position. Now maybe they get some more out of Jonathan Cooper, or I don't even know all the depth there, but I want to see more pressure, whether it's from the edge, from the interior. I think once they play a better offense, that could show up as an issue.
I did see like more pressure than sacks. I thought Von Miller got there early and disrupted a few passes, and even like Chubb affected the play a few times. But yeah, obviously you want to finish and get a sack too.
Yeah, or at least hit them. I need to see the hits so that I know how to analyze the game.
Yeah.
We got another super chat, Mario Rodriguez. It feels like Teddy's going to finish the season with 0 interceptions. LOL, man. Wait, man is so secure with the ball. Also, everyone in the division looks beatable. Excited. Well, division looks pretty good. Raiders look pretty good, which sucks. 2-0. They just beat the Steelers. Chargers definitely look beatable because they lost in very Chargers-like fashion. Maybe just one of the worst games ever, the Chargers-Cowboys game. Big mistakes by the Chargers, horrible officiating. It's the Cowboys who didn't look exciting at all, really. That'll be in the best and worst tomorrow. Anyway, next Broncos thing, Will.
Yes.
Adam Gotsis got a sack in this game. That kind of stung a little.
Yeah, of course he did. I mean, we all have seller's remorse at this point on Adam Gotsis. If only this defense has Adam Gotsis, maybe they'd, they wouldn't have given up 7 points today like they did.
Yeah, I'm not saying they needed Gotsis. I'm just saying it stung to see a former Bronco do dirty work.
Obviously if we still had Adam Gotsis, he'd be starting over either Draymond Jones or Shelby Harris.
Yeah, I guess that Gotsis peak turned out to be a reach, right?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. He's not bad. He's just kind of
Yeah, Bill Kollar really wanted him, and they reached for him.
Sometimes you have to just get an Australian guy in the mix.
Yeah, that's fair.
As a wild card. Yeah, a little crocodile hunter energy on the team.
I'm not going to go there. Okay.
Yeah, no Norm Macdonald jokes either.
Yeah, you give me something here, Will.
Oh, I've got a lot.
Actually, let me say.
I've got my notes. Okay.
I know you got your notes.
Here's a few things we can talk about. The missed pass interference calls. Sutton got the jersey tugged 3 times. Okay. he had a really bad taunting call. I don't know what he said, but all he said was words. So it's a bad taunting call on Ford. I didn't like the refs in this game. I made that clear on Twitter. I didn't like the refs in other games. Mike Ford, on special teams. I'm gonna let my dog in.
Oh, right.
Kendall Hinton caught a pass. That was really exciting for everybody. He caught a 15-yard pass, broke a tackle. I thought he was going to score for a second.
I did too.
That was really cool. I thought that was an exciting, underrated play. One of 9 receivers that Teddy Bridgewater hit. So I thought that was nice. We haven't talked about Patrick Surtain either.
Let's
his
hold
first career
Surtain.
interception.
Let's hold Surtain. All right. Because I got something
Ravens
to say.
Just scored. Yeah.
Ravens just tied it. Wait, is it tied? Is it going to be tied?
With an extra point, it shall be.
Cool. All right. Where am I? What am I doing?
This dog.
DraftKings Sportsbook. That's what I'm doing. DraftKings Sportsbook. Look, things are just getting started over at DraftKings Sportsbook, official sports betting partner of the NFL. And to kick off this season, we're in week 2 right now. I think just for the remainder of this night, if you bet just $1 on any of the football games left, you'll receive $200 in free bets. Tomorrow, I think that turns into just $150. So if you want to bet on the Monday night game, now is the time to do it because I think the free dollars go down to $150 tomorrow. But DraftKings giving all new customers $200 in free bets instantly when they bet at least $1 on any football game. Now, DraftKings, safe, secure, reliable, so you can deposit and withdraw your money at your convenience. You can get your money out of there. Okay, there's never going to be an issue with DraftKings. That's American, okay? Just do it. Wrong company. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code DNVR to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any football game. That's promo code DNVR to get your $200 in free bets instantly. This week at DraftKings Sportsbook, official sports betting partner of the NFL. You probably noticed. You probably have seen DraftKings on all the NFL commercials now. They're on my commercials too, so that means I'm as good as the NFL. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. One bet I wish I would have placed in my single game parlay. Instead of Noah Fant getting 40 receiving yards, he had 33. I wish I would have bet on Patrick Surtain to get an interception because he got his first career interception. Will, look at that segue transition. Circle Beautiful. Back. Called it back.
Yeah, I mean, people were saying that he was getting beat before that. I mean, he's getting letting up like a 7-yard pass to Marvin Jones is really getting torched. He did, I'm sure he allowed a couple completions, but that was a remarkable play. That was like a Champ Bailey level. I'm going to run this route like I'm the receiver kind of play, and great. Yeah, incredible ball skills.
Yeah.
Got both feet in, just barely got both feet in. And it was cool. Like the CBS broadcast noted that he had his first career interception in his second career game, just like his father did.
Wow.
Back in, I think 1999, something like that. 97, somewhere around there. Yeah, that was really cool. I was worried because Trevor Lawrence was throwing a lot of bad passes and the Broncos just weren't coming down with any of them. And then kind of right on cue, Kareem Jackson jumps an out route for a pick. And then Patrick Surtain just makes a great play on the ball. And look, all I want to say is Surtain was on the field. Justin Fields was on the field in Chicago. Who was the better rookie today? I don't know. You make that call.
Patrick Surtain, so far better than Justin Fields.
They both have the same amount of interceptions and career touchdowns.
Did Fields throw a pick today?
I believe so, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Also,
and the Bears won. They still won, though, right?
They did. Okay. My dog hates me. 1 second.
Tell that dog to shut up.
Stealing the show over here. Get out of here.
Now he can be on the podcast. The dog can be on the podcast. I don't care.
No, he doesn't have good takes. He doesn't even
like
watch the games. He just reads the box scores.
Yeah, just like I do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Surtain's pick was impressive because he basically touched his second foot down as his ass was going out of bounds.
Yeah, great foot-ass coordination.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a corner in the NFL with better foot-to-ass coordination.
No.
Like, can you name one for me? I mean, Xavier Howard comes to mind. Stephon Gilmore used to be that guy. Surtain, number one ass to foot coordination.
Ass to foot coordinator. You know, they got to start measuring for that at the combine, if you ask me.
However they measure for it, they've got to be in their boxers.
Yeah, so I feel good because it's one thing to have the right read on the play on a 50-50 ball, and it's another thing to actually make the play. And so I think he can do both. I think he will only become stronger. And newsflash, they have Zach Wilson coming up next week, so he's going to have the chance to make a couple more interceptions.
Yeah, coming off 4 picks, Zach Wilson. You're right. The Broncos secondary let some interceptable balls pass through their hands.
Yeah.
I think it was third or fourth quarter. I can't remember, but it was when it was raining. And I swear to God, like 3 different Broncos like touched it or were close, and the ball was just right out of their reach to actually get the pick. And you're like, none of these are going to fall. They're not going to fall for him.
Yeah, you felt like, and I was like kind of nervous early on in this game because this felt like, and I'm going to tie this into like how I feel like the Broncos played kind of in, ultimately in the game. But it felt like this was just kind of like a game from hell to start for the Broncos. I felt like everything was kind of working against them. Like this is going to be one of those weird games where you're in Florida early in the season and the humidity is really high and you're not really prepared for that. Oh, and by the way, like it's an early game too, and you're coming from the Mountain Time Zone, and you're not quite ready, and you get ambushed on the first drive, and all of a sudden, like the ball's not bouncing your way. You're not getting good calls from the officials.
Nope, bad calls.
You're getting really bad calls from the officials. And then they just kind of, they slowly, methodically turn things around in their favor.
Yeah.
And
they gave up that touchdown.
Teddy's that kind of guy.
They cranked out a field goal, and then they got a touchdown before, half.
Yeah. Sandwich touchdowns.
Yeah. Rebecca, just so you know, Will was here with me way before Tom. So really, I'm cheating on Will with Tom, which is awkward for me to mention in front of Will right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those wives that allows it, kind of. I just kind of look the other way for the sake of the kids.
Yeah, if Will had his own YouTube channel, then I wouldn't need Tom.
Yeah,
but Tom and I both have YouTube channels.
You and Tom have a great union, and I respect it greatly.
Yeah. Tom and I live on That's Good Sports every Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning, 9 a.m. Mountain Time.
MWF.
Yes. Dick Cheese, 2011, $4.99 Super Chat. I feel like the Steelers played the first 11 games on rookie last year, then switched to all Madden after that. No way they trade us Watt for Chubb, though. Yeah, we were being facetious, but I'm still going to propose the Chubb for Watt trade straight up.
And
wow, we got Tomunism rating our frigging the live stream, whatever we're doing. Jimmy, oh my God, Jimmy, Bud Light Seltzer. Let's see your feet for $5.
Hey, you got to do it.
Will shows his feet for nothing less than how much, Will?
Oh, per foot or both feet?
But I don't care.
I'm like that guy on Twitter yesterday who charges per podcast appearance, so it's $50 to $100.
Okay. Oh yeah. I was gonna everybody ripped that dude, and I wanted to tweet that I don't charge anything less than $100 a minute for any podcast I join, and that this guy's an idiot for not getting more money. Thank you guys.
I kind of want to ask him on the podcast. I mean, he's a baseball guy, so there's really no reason to, but I don't know. You think he'd do it now for free just because he got roasted so hard?
Maybe. Everybody went after him.
I know.
That's the thing. You can't fuck with the up and comer YouTubers who are doing sports, man. It's a tight bunch now.
Yeah, it's
there's
dumb.
150 people just jumped in from Grassi's stream. You know what I mean?
They're giving us money. It's crazy.
And they're all giving me money too. Yeah.
I know.
Grassy Perna streams, GPS. Streams works as well. Ooh, because it's Grassy Perna show, but if we change it to Grassy Perna streams, it could be Grassy Perna streams, never cross streams. Boom, what a tagline. Tell Tom, see if Tom likes that. All right, let's finish out this game. Oh, sorry. I zoomed in on the stats to just point out poor Laviska Chenault. 2 catches, -3 yards.
I did.
Hate to see that happen.
I did start him in fantasy today. Not that anybody cares, but this is decidedly not the time to start him in fantasy. Yeah, it's weird because I feel like the Jaguars have good wide receivers. Marvin Jones was good today, but DJ Chark only 1 reception, and then Chenault. It doesn't feel like Urban Meyer knows how to use him. Whatsoever. No.
It feels like maybe the Broncos corners really shut down DJ Chark. And
no, they're good. And we should talk about Bryce Callahan too, because he had a near interception. And other than that, we haven't heard his name really called this season.
They don't go after him.
No, they don't. It's all Fuller and a few to Surtain.
It's like Bryce Callahan is like Champ Bailey without that 10-pick season.
Yeah,
After that 10-pick season, people are like, we're not going to throw to fucking Champ Bailey ever. And you're right. Through 2 games, I felt like I only saw Bryce Callahan involved in 1 play.
Right. Yeah. And it was a positive play.
Yeah.
For him. So I mean, if he stays healthy, knock on wood, he's going to have an all-pro season, potentially.
Yeah. Kareem Jackson played really well. All right, so this is how you know your defense dominated. Wait, is he the leader? Yeah, he led the team in tackles with 4 solo tackles.
Mm-hmm.
6 total. Okay? If your tackling leader has 6 tackles, means the other team wasn't on the field a lot.
Yeah, they weren't on the field and they weren't completing the ball very often.
No, that's the other thing. A lot of incomplete passes that negate needing to make a tackle.
Right.
And as physically impressive as Patrick Surtain's pick was, it was prettier. Kareem Jackson's, I felt like, came at a really clutch time.
Yeah.
And the way he read Trevor Lawrence and, made a break for the ball, the Jags were starting to drive. And if they score in that situation, maybe, it's a little scarier game, but it ended a drive. So I was really impressed with Kareem Jackson. Just another guy who kind of gets lost when you're talking about the Broncos defense. Always just really good. That pick. And then, of course, Josh Lambo misses 2 field goals. That really hurt the Jags. If he makes those field goals, this game's within reach for the Jags. I still don't think they win, but
it changes things for sure. It changes things. I mean, special teams giveth and taketh away. They lost 6 points on 2 missed field goals, and they get 6 points back on the kickoff return touchdown. Which, Jamal Agnew. The last 2 times we played him, he's taken one back against us. So.
Did he do that with that Lions game? Did he do it?
Yeah, a couple of years ago, the Lions. My advice is to stop kicking the ball to Jamal Agnew.
Yeah, Just kick it out.
Just kick it out. Like give them the ball at the 40-yard line. The defense is good enough. Who cares?
And to credit us, we said we really liked the Jamal Agnew signing in our offseason
credit to us.
AFC South video.
Someone's got to credit us.
AFC South looking ripe for the taking by the Titans, who got a gritty win against those Seahawks today. That game was
Very
crazy.
gritty.
Again, we'll be recapping that in the best and worst tomorrow.
Yeah, watch the best and worst. Just do it. Like it's the best visual recap out there.
It's literally our best and worst episode every week. Most watched episode every week. Grassi and I will be battling with our power rankings. So power rankings goes up Tuesday. I'm going to have to put the Cardinals on it. Spoiler alert. So Will and I will determine power rankings. Last week, Will sent me his thoughts on it, and then I sent him my list, and he's like, oh.
Yeah,
we're going to fuck with people a little bit, aren't we?
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, the Texans are here. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, sure. I gave reason for the Texans.
You did?
Reason for the Saints.
You did. That's true. The Saints, I have a feeling they're going to get bumped from 1 to out of the top 10.
Yeah, maybe put them even in the power bottom 3. Is that offensive or is that funny?
No, I think the power bottom 3, I think they should make that a new football conference in the NCAA. The power bottom 3. It's Oklahoma, Texas, and I don't know, some other team.
Yeah. Grossi does not feature the power bottom 3, but we will get those in our power rankings every week for the bottom 3 performing teams. Okay, so let's see. McManus was perfect always.
For the special teams, I think special teams sums it up with this thing that I wrote in my notes. I was literally in the middle of writing it, and I was writing "good job by special teams." Whoops. That's how that ended. So they were good until they weren't.
Anybody? I know Twitter blames Tom McMahon, special teams coordinator.
Yeah, I blame Brandon McManus for that. He should have made that tackle.
Brandon McManus was the last line of defense on that touchdown.
Yep.
Looks like McManus didn't do enough tackling practice this offseason.
Yeah, sure. You can do kicking practice all you want. I don't care if you make every single field goal this year. You got to tackle. He did look really slow. It was pretty funny. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, well, he's going against a speedster. Did we miss anything? Courtland Sutton was huge.
We talked about Courtland Sutton. He was incredible.
9 catches. Yeah, well, okay, so we teased the refs being horrible, right? So they missed the pass interference call on Sutton.
Yeah.
They also flag who got called? Was it Surtain or Fuller?
It was
the pass interference. The second one where it was a short, shitty ball by Trevor Lawrence. And since it was short, the receiver basically tried to run through the defender.
I think that one was Surtain.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I felt like it was Surtain.
Yeah.
And, it's going to get called pass interference. Yeah, it was Surtain because he didn't turn around to look at the ball. And then the receiver tried to make a play on the ball. But even though Surtain doesn't interfere with him because he's in the way, it's going to get called. I hate that call.
Yeah.
But it's going to happen.
Right.
Next series, Teddy throws a short ball. I believe it's to Courtland Sutton. Same situation, trying to come back to make a play. Dude is all over him, no flag. So you get Sutton with his jersey pulled, which probably negated what would have been a deep touchdown pass. So that's 2 weeks in a row. Teddy's stat line kind of dinged because KJ Hamler drops what would have been like a 50-yard touchdown, and then Courtland Sutton dropped. I think it would have been like close to 50-yard, or didn't drop, but was interfered with, couldn't catch 50-yard touchdown. So Teddy's plural would have had more more yards, maybe hits 3 touchdown passes. And that's when you were talking about earlier, it looks like things were going to go wrong for the Broncos all game. That's when I started to get like really nervous. Those 2 non-calls for Denver.
Yeah.
But then Teddy did throw like a 50-yard pass that was 50 air yards to Courtland Sutton. And Sutton, with that touchdown, maybe hits 200 yards on the day and has a touchdown. So there's plays left on the field, regardless of it being, a ref's missed call, or I think the Broncos offense in the passing game can still get better. Tim Patrick didn't haul a tough catch in, which you just never see. Like, you throw it to Tim Patrick, it gets caught. It gets caught. And Judy, maybe, Judy gets healthy at the right time for this team. Like, sometimes when a guy gets hurt and then he comes back and provides a little bit of a spark, that might be Judy in this offense.
Oh, I think, I think you got 2 number 1 wide receivers on the team with Judy and Sutton. So, I mean, like, Hamler is very dynamic. He's not particularly reliable, though. I think Judy is a little more reliable at this point, and it's going to be great for the offense. But that's the thing about depth, is you can not only get by, but you can really thrive even without, your 1B option.
Yeah, we are not going to take it easy on the Jets, Roxanne and Richard, but no. The one thing the Broncos did not do was score more than 30 points, which I said they haven't done in the month of September since Trevor Siemian was on the team in the prediction episode. I wanted to see that today. And they've definitely left opportunities out there.
Yeah, they've got a good chance to do it next week, I think. They should.
And they didn't even have to go for a 4th down attempt until late in the game, which is nice.
Yeah, and they got it. They're perfect on 4th down.
Are they 4 for 4 or 5 for 5 this season?
I think they're 4 for 4.
Cool.
Yeah. I like, maybe it's the fact that they, their games haven't been close enough, but I'm pleased with Vic Fangio so far.
Yeah.
I think he's been making good decisions, and the team doesn't look confused. And so that's a good thing to have.
Very good thing to have.
Especially
Fangio,
not his month usually. Now it is.
No. Yeah. Let's hope all of the months are his months.
All of them.
All right. I think
anything
that's it
else?
for me. I don't have anything else.
Yeah, no, I think we just about covered it. Finally, a home game. Week 3, home opener. It's going to be great.
There should be some energy. The Jets are going to have a tough game.
The Jets are in for yet another tough one, I think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't count him out. Like, I don't think Zach Wilson's atrocious. I don't think he's good, though.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think Trevor Lawrence is atrocious, but I think he can be good.
Yeah. I think they're both putting the ball up for grabs quite a bit, and they're slowly learning that this is not college.
And you're not getting all those wide open receivers like you did in college.
No,
you're not playing for the Rams where Cooper Kupp has 50 yards of separation somehow every single play. Like, watching Red Zone, every time the Rams come up, I feel like today was just a touchdown pass to Cooper Kupp. It's like, God.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote that in Best and Worst. It's like they're just like the Stafford Kupp connection is. He's never like had a great, like slot receiver like that. I don't think.
No, it's always just like Megatron was just this deep threat beast who was a 99% jump ball catcher.
Yeah.
You had Marvin Jones. He's pretty Marvin good. Jones and Stafford. Good connection. All right, we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys for joining us live here on YouTube. Again, the podcasts, you can download them. DraftKings, DNVR code. Will, thank you for joining me.
Oh, anytime. Best and Worst coming out tomorrow, and then you'll get the Broncos recap. There's a lot to cover, but
Mondays are hard. Keep it Tom here. And I live in the morning.
Please reward us by watching it, or at least click it on, let it run, and walk
away.
away and do something else.
Watch it like my mom. Turn it on and then leave the room.
Yeah.
All right. Good night and good luck.
John Elway, ACL.